episode of Let's Review It with Mike, the interview. I am here sitting with Mr. Rich Bomb. Mr. Rich Bomb, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm great. Weather's great. I'm great.
Energy's good.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Mental health good?
Mental health good? Well, it could be better.
Yeah, things can always be better, but hey, if it's just peaceful and it's good right now, you gotta take the wins.
So today is good.
Yeah, alright, that's what's up.
So we're just gonna jump right on in.
Okay, let's do it. Let's jump in.
They looking for
I like
you. They
that.
ready for you.
Deep dive.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Everything.
Alright, so background. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so brought up in the South, born and raised. I left Louisiana when I was 18.
Okay.
So joined the Air Force. So that's how I ended out in California. Did a lot of my time out in the South Bay region. They call it Inglewood, Lawndale, lived in San Pedro. So a few cities like basically in the South.
Yeah.
So pretty much just built a life out of here. Went to school. My background is in medicine. So niggas actually smart. Yeah.
Okay.
I whoop your ass, but I'm actually smart. So I got 2 science degrees. ICU nurse. That was my previous profession before I decided to, switch up some shit before life happened.
Yeah.
So I've been in the game now for a couple years. This has been something like I've always it's been like, I guess like that Pandora's box, a little thing in the back of your mind, and try to get away from it, try to maneuver and do other shit, do what society tells you is gonna make you happy.
Yeah.
And then I found out that after doing all that, the military, going to college, doing this, doing that, like that shit.
Happy.
Yeah, it still didn't bring me peace. Brought some change and shit like that, but it didn't bring me I feel like what my soul needed. So yeah, my artistry, man.
Right.
My artistry, sharing my life with the world.
Right. So how long have you been in LA?
I've been in LA for 18 years, so
wow.
It's like this is like my secondary home. So yeah, I might as well be a native, but I'm not though. They tricky.
Yeah, I've only been here a year today, tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's LA is an interesting place.
Oh wow. So name Rich Bomb. Now I watched your fans only want to know, which is on YouTube. Check it out. And you said
check out
because you rich and you bomb, but how did you come up with the name Rich Bomb?
On some real shit, it was just based off of me. I just read my mind, and that is kind of like what populated. I had no intentions of, say, a screen name turning into something more than, I guess, an identity now. Because now it's a total different beast. But yeah, man, sometimes you gotta just kind of let yourself fall to the gap. I didn't think too hard. It was true. Nigga rich, he's a bomb. And also with bomb, the explosion behind it. It can be something of, I guess, different magnitudes of power, however you see it, And so I have an explosive ass personality. I'm out and about and dressed, I'm always popping out of shit. I'm bomb. I'm like, hey, okay. You see me? It's this explosion. You can't see this. You cannot hear this. So it's
that's a good name. That's a good stage name as well, because everybody's like Rich Bomb, or I want to see Rich Bomb. Like when you say that name, it automatically know who they talking about.
Exactly.
So that's cool. So another thing you said on the fans want to know, like I said, it's on YouTube now. You said that you call yourself the '80s crack baby. Explain that for me.
It's fucking true, just as it sounds. Like my mom, she had me when she was young.
Yeah.
And in Louisiana, and back then in the '80s, crack just was running rapid. It was running through the fucking city, ruining homes, ruining families, and I was a product of that. So having a young mom, and she didn't even raise me. I was raised with my grandparents. And growing up in just like that, they want to call this shit toxic, but I mean, it might as well be with a lot of guns, violence, a lot of fighting. It was just, again, I grew up in that
Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So I grew up in that. So I just owned it. At first, it was something that I was embarrassed about. Nobody wants to tell people hey, I was, I tested positive, whatever, in my sister as a baby, or say that about, their family, or at least, again, your mother, in certain details. But I just took the shit that people looking like maybe would be harmful and just own up to. I mean, I can't do shit about it, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
And so I own up to everything. It makes me, every piece of it.
So with that in your rap persona, what's some misconceptions about you?
Misconceptions about me. I think people, due to my music being so aggressive, that I'm always aggressive. No, that's where I display my aggression. That's where you see that. But at home, I'm chill. I'm not beating up on folks, flipping over shit, and just, tear the club up. I'm not running around like crazy. It's just a way where I express a piece of me, a meaningful piece of me. So I think, that just thinking that he's just his music or he's just that is, that's the main thing. Yeah, people always give me screwed, but that's being underestimated. I'm underdog. Always been one.
So with what you went through as a kid and everything that's going on, like, do you have any like traumas that you're still dealing with?
Most definitely. I'm still dealing with the trauma of my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never had our opportunity to have a relationship because, like I said, the drug sucker. So she spent a lot of her time in the streets, who knows where, in jail. So my grandparents kind of like kept me and my sister away, and we saw my mother like periodically throughout our lives, but even not much, so it was very different. And I feel like when I finally like grew up, became a man, and because you go through a lot as a kid, you want your mother, a father, whoever, to be there, especially your mother. So you have so much frustration. So I had worked out, I felt like my frustration with it, and the moment or the time that we did have was cut very short because she died like when I was like maybe about at least like 10 years ago. So so she was very young. I'm hella fucking young, man. I'm like mid-20s, and my mother's gone. So it's a lot of gaps there. Even though we're a mother, like some people, it makes me feel like some type of way because I don't have that relationship with my friends, talk about their mothers and shit like that. I can't relate. I don't even remember how my mother laughed, her favorite color, what she liked to eat, an argument that we had. I don't have any of that.
So does that make you become closer with the relatives that you do know and in contact with, or you just
Hell no.
by yourself?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is the thing.
Everybody
family ain't so honky dory, ain't fucking squeaky clean. I come from a family that is quite interesting. I like my folks. See, like I love them, like some of them. Nah, it's a very like person to person basis. I treat you how you treat me, and how I see the reflection how you treat others.
Yeah,
all people are good people, and including family. So I don't even cover shit in glitter and say, oh yeah, I'll let my cousin slide, this person slide because he did such and such.
Right.
No, if that shit is not cool, I can't fuck with your energy. So no. So it's person basis. Yeah.
So what made you go? It's interesting. What made you go from a nurse, like you running your scripts on the day, helping people, saving lives, to a rapper? Like
okay,
hardcore rapper. I would consider the hardcore rapper.
Okay.
The masculine energy.
Yeah. Like I said, I went through a life event, and to be exact, I went through PTSD and depression, but that I was diagnosed with.
Okay.
But specifically with the job itself, I was going through what they call nurse burnout. You're educated on it, the nurses come about or whatever, who's going to nursing school. Congratulations to any nurses out there, and whoever wants to become a nurse, especially if you're a black man, go ahead and get in there. It's not that bad. But I'm going to go ahead and tell, my story. So it was just emotional fatigue, physically fatigue, and I kind of feel like, this was, I don't know, I felt like it was enough. Like you have to kind of know one's enough to take it, because it's always a lot. You take more home with you than you imagine. And also feeling unappreciated. And what really was the kicker, I was called a nigger by not one but two patients. And I took it up with the administration, doing the right thing, and they did not stand on the right side of justice, I felt.
But had it been you, they would have got rid of you quick.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. If I had, of course, someone to racial slur. So, it felt like a implosion also, because I had broken up with my ex also at the same time, kind of while all this shit was going on. And so having a personal implosion, I broke up actually an engagement. So I broke up an engagement, and I left my job in the same week.
Just like everything, just like
so it was it was like an implosion. both personal and professional life was just, and I was just like,
something gotta give. Yeah.
And I need to find my peace, and I was really going through just again the PTSD, depression, and so diagnosed with that all in the same week. It was just
So speaking of PTSD, like how do you cope with it?
My music. I can't lie. Yeah. Again, that's what you hear, that hardcore aggression. That's what lives inside of me. That's that crazy thing that I tried to like hide from everybody, but no matter what, he peeked his fucking head through. But I just had to figure out what to fucking do with it. Because first it was a terror, now I'm like, okay. But yeah, my music definitely.
So with the PTSD, do you know your triggers, or do you stay away from them?
Yeah, mostly it's toxic people.
Yeah.
For real, because some people bring shit into the environment and it's like, that energy wasn't even needed. Like, you're coming in here doing extra for what? Or just, again, lying about petty shit, and it's like, I'm just trying to chill over here, smoke some weed, and
create music. Okay.
Yeah, and live a good life, and I don't need no extra. I don't need to hear you talk about nobody. I don't need to hear none of that shit, so. But some people stuck in like that barrel, that's all they do.
So do you mix your own music?
Yeah, I do mix it like at the beginning, but I do have a lead mixer. Shout out to Levi at Levi's Glen Basement. I hope that's the shit. If I forgot it, fucking well, you'll hear more from the nigga Levi. How about that?
No, I asked that because I've listened to some of your songs, and they sound really good, like very professionally done compared to some other artists who it sounds like karaoke. So like, what do you feel sets you apart from other artists in our community?
Because I respect the artistry. I really do respect it. I'm not just looking for a quick win. And I think me being like very, again, being as critical on myself as others. I try not even so much critique others, because that's their walk,
right?
You know. But for myself, again, I want the best. I want the best product, and I want to always, do my best. So I don't go into any project like half-ass, and I don't push it out if it feels half-ass. If there's something that's not sitting right, I trust my gut, and if I have to rewrite it, if I have to fucking stand up on this mic and go over and over and over, which I have done, like, I do it until I feel like it's fit, like it's my best. And I think I had this professor, I had this black professor in college, and this is nursing school, and me and one of my other classmates, we were only maybe 5 like black people in the class. But we went to her and we were excited that we got I think it was like a B, but it was like a fucking average B. And she just looked at it gave it back and asked us, is this the best that you can do? And in that moment right there, I think it just added to, again, how I drive, man. I just
push yourself.
Yeah.
Because she saw more in you. Correct. You just thought it was a B, but she saw.
Correct. I was happy my B, but she was like,
she saw
you can do better.
Yeah.
You can do better. So I always look at that like I can always do better. Even if the song is good or whatever, I can still push it. How far can I push it?
Yeah. So that definitely shows in the ethic, in the work ethic, in the sound of the music. Because like I said, other music, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just because you can, that don't mean you should.
Yeah.
So I have a serious question. It's kind of a long question, so I'm going to read it out. So in a world where artists like Santana, Lil Nas capitalize off their feminine side, where do you, the masculine gay, an artist like yourself fit in?
I'm creating my spot now. That's the whole reason why, I want to elevate my platform. And, and it's no disrespect to either one of those guys. What I have to learn about this whole thing, it's about representation. And I feel 100% wholeheartedly feel like everybody should be represented. But I did have like a little kind of moment that I felt like the only men that were shadow were black men. You had to be feminized in a way, and that's the only way media would accept you and again give you some acknowledgement. But if you were masculine, it was like you're born just based on that, so you can't be gay, masculine, and I'm like other things beyond that.
Yeah.
But again, when you look across the board, Shout out to all everyone who's gotten a star. All of them LGBT, especially like I said, black men. But again, when you look at the roster, it's like feminine and black men, and that's fine. That's who you are. But there's nothing to I'm not even say compare it to, but just to add into the mixer. And I know there are men and boys that look like me, and that's another thing. I guess me growing up and not having an example of another side of gay. Mm-hmm. So that was a whole nother struggle, and a lot of young kids, again, they feel that way. Like the less representation, they feel like, oh, I guess it's only like this side. If you're gonna be gay, it's only like, oh yeah, you burn the hell up, But there is other shit in between it, and there's more variables. And I'm like, shit, I am that variable, I guess.
So with the latest news of the baby and then Lil Boosie and
T.I.,
like, is it harder? Do you feel it's harder now being a masculine gay and they don't even accept the gays at all?
No, because this is the thing. I'm not asking for their acceptance at all. They ain't write a song for me. I write a song for them. Congratulations to y'all's success. But still, no, I don't want shit from you.
Right.
I'm doing this for me. This is part of my life story, my journey. I think if any time, like, this is the time to fucking strike. This is the time where you let yourself be known. You have a talent, put yourself out there, especially if you're LGBT. It's time for you to be represented, because these companies are finally also doing the right thing and saying, like, again, let's judge people on just, again, your art. You're not on your sexuality, so you have money behind it. So money changes shit, as you can tell.
Yeah.
So no, this is the time for LGBT artists to like band together and get yourselves out there and do your thing, because again, man, like, that shit is over.
Yeah, who said that rap was only a straight man's music? Like,
well, that's how
they trying to make it.
I guess the origin was, because I was watching a clip with Kanye, and it was like back in, I guess maybe like 2000, and he was saying how the opposite of, I guess, hip hop would be gay. If you listen to a song, like how they will reference it, and he was saying, like, how the shit's like fucked up, and it's like it's really holding back great talent.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what the world is missing. Y'all asses ain't gonna get out here and fucking rap and fucking dance and do y'all fucking thing. So if y'all want entertainment, y'all don't want to be like sitting in front of electronics and bang your head against the fucking wall because y'all have nothing to fucking do. Let fucking artists do their fucking thing. Appreciate all artists, and especially LGBT artists. Look, shout out especially to the drag queens, because all that shit that they fucking do, I can't do it. There is no. Put on the makeup, the wig, it costs money for that fucking attire. And they get out there and fucking work. Look, I'm gonna give y'all a great show, but I don't know if I'm gonna whip my hair like this bitch. That's just the point. Like, but I still want to represent it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, people fucking work, and they're very passionate about their shit. So they should be represented just based on your fucking talent, not on who you fucking, because it's none of your motherfucking business.
So have you ever thought about starting like a label just for gay artists?
I would be open to it.
Yeah,
definitely open to it.
We don't have one. Every gay artist is basically independent.
Yeah, I'd definitely be open to it.
Well, Lil Nas X, I think he's on a label, but
yeah, but
like you said, it takes money. Money changes things. So.
Correct, and it takes also the right person with the right initiative. Cause yeah.
So as you guys can see, we're in his home studio. So how much time do you spend in here?
It really varies. When I start doing a song, I'm usually like in here like a fucking beast, because I guess just having the availability, I'm able to just do work organically. And I think that's important. If you really want to be an artist and want people to take you serious and develop your skill, you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And put all of you in. So usually takes about a week and a half to kind of crank out a song. But again, I don't keep track of time, because I'm in here. I can be in here
just zoning out.
Exactly. Yeah. I can get up at like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, come and hit the mic, and be stuck in here all day. Only step out to go take a piss, grab some meat, and back in. So yeah, I don't even count the clock, because it's like, this is my purpose. This is what I need to be doing my time. So yeah.
So why home studio versus the professional studio?
Skill.
Got it.
Also outside of skill, like your ears need time to acclimate. it's a lot of learning that goes into this shit. It's not just, you just can't just jump off the bandwagon. Just because you can make a little rinky-dink song, performing the song, especially when performing it live, if you really can't do what you do, trust me, you need to be prepared.
Yeah.
So it's training. It's training just like with anything else. If you want to be a great rapper, you have to be behind that fucking mic as much as you can. And try to learn as much as you can, as fast as you can. So going to a studio, that would limit that because you'll be spending more money and you're still not going to get the results as fast enough because you're going, maybe once a month or twice a month, where I'm versus like...
At home at your own exposure.
Yeah.
Disposal, yeah. So what's your writing style? Like, do you freestyle on top of your head? Do you use pen and pad? Like,
typically, I'll pick out a beat and I use my phone. I use my phone to write down pretty much the lyrics and bullshit. And I'll begin writing the song, and probably once I got the hook and the verse, I'm ready to record. Yeah, I found that kind of different. I don't know. I'm not sure how everyone else's style is and shit like that, but it's something about if I get through half of the song, I'm like, okay, all right, obviously this has to come out. Like, yeah, I finished this.
So does smoking help?
It helped in a way by silencing that person that told you, no, maybe you shouldn't, because I think he smoked out by now. I think he really smoked out. I can't even lie, man.
Speaking of smoked out, how often do you smoke?
How often do I smoke?
Per time. Per time of the day.
I do not count, to be honest. I do not count. When one goes out, I light up another one. I think that's the only way I can classify. So yeah.
So safe to say that the dispensary knows your name by now.
Well, when you got it like that, the owner know your name.
The owner knows your name. So speaking of owner, have you ever thought about growing your own weed?
Yeah. That's something definitely that I've been interested in, but again, that takes. You gotta have some growth, and I looked into it. Even the time when I did take a little peek, the licenses were about $500,000 just to get the license. That's not the product, just a license. Then you got to worry about the building, your product, packaging, bottles, other shit, security, your how many people have working there, your shit inside. So yeah.
You got to trust folk.
Oh,
that's a dangerous game right there.
Yeah, well, it's not so bad now. It ain't like the South out here. It's like
it's common.
It's a corner store.
Yeah,
it's a corner store.
So let's jump ship for a second. So when I first recognized you or got into you, it was from Instagram, and all you do is post naked pics. Whether you're standing up,
you think so?
Laying somewhere, naked pics. And I'm like, I got a boyfriend, but he ain't looking. I'm a double tap.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think I have as many naked pics as a lot of men. Seriously, I don't. I have.
Okay, maybe naked is the wrong word. It's more of shirtless.
Okay,
shirtless.
Okay, see, that's like normal for me. I think just growing up as a kid in Louisiana, it's hot, and you know your boy run around. All the boys run around like that, so it's just something that I still, as a grown man, I do. I hang out with just my shirt off, and that's like, it's just normal. That is my normal, and that's funny how some people it's normal. Like again, you go to the South and shit like that, or you go to the gym, and it's normal. For some people, it's like, is he thought trapping? And it's like, no.
That was my next question.
No.
Was it the thought trap?
No. Everything is not a thought trap. Everything's not a thought trap. There's only been a couple of things that I would classify as a thought trap. I actually even removed the video because I shoot my videos like when I get up in the morning, and sometimes depending on the basketball shorts, you can see a little more than you can.
Of course.
So these shorts I shot in. And pretty much I had posted a video, and one of my friends, he DM'd me. He was like, you know what? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't know. Because I think there's definitely levels. There's levels for it. Because I'm not trying to do porn. I'm not trying to do porn. I want to give you sexy. I think that's good. I like providing that, a little fantasy. Whatever people need something to look at. Give them something to look at. Especially I'm breaking my ass, running and biking and bullshit. Like fucking taking stairs.
Okay. So
yeah.
It's safe to say you're single, you're dating.
Well, I almost choked on this. Let's light up with this one. Okay, but then I ain't gonna light up. I'm getting to know someone.
So how do they feel about that?
About what?
The pictures on Instagram.
Great. I don't think it ever came up like in a discussion or anything, or it was anything mentioned. Like them. I got a like out of it.
Yeah. And some DMs. Don't.
Yeah, you know, a little DM it, you know.
Do you respond?
Do I respond? Depending. If there is something to talk about beyond that. If I'm like attracted to person, because I am still single.
Yeah.
So, I'm taking my time. So, I like put it out there, the whole thing. So, after, being in serious relationships, being engaged, it takes a toll on you more than you anticipate. And even when you think like, oh yeah, you've gotten over it, sometimes there's some kinks in the system, and you need to fix you. So I'm really like taking my time with whomever.
Yeah.
And getting to know people and allowing them to truly get to know me before kind of like rushing it, because again, I'm still in repair.
So do you talk to more than one person at a time, or you just like a one person at a time type guy?
Typically, it would be like, I'll begin talking to multiple. Mm-hmm. Like that's how it typically goes, and people kind of like drop off.
So what happens when you talk to multiple people? Because I've never been that way. I only talk to one person because I don't have the time, the energy, or the money. But it's like when you do that, how do you deal with the ones that become attached, but you're not really feeling them like that?
If you're not feeling like that, just say, again, I'm no longer interested, or I'm seeing.
But these motherfuckers crazy. They don't even take.
Yeah. You can't like control their response, but I could be honest and tell you the truth. Yeah. And that's why I'm honest with the guys that don't get to know. I'm like, okay, I'm getting to know people, whatever, taking nothing too serious, because again, man, I need to still fix me, and I'm still fucking selling into my own fucking shoes. So, and I understand what I want to. And that is someone that is also understanding of just me as a whole. And if you can't understand that after I actually verbally tell you that, like face to face and shit like that, you're not the one for me. Mm-hmm. I need someone that gets it. Cause it's not like I'm out here chasing niggas or whatever. I don't got the time. I really don't. For real. But the thing is like, you meet people, different spaces and shit like that, and I'm living like an adventure out here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm living an adventure, and when the right one presents itself and I really know, yeah, I want to settle down. But until then, I'm leaving that door open for the right one.
Rich, are you moody? You a moody guy?
What classifies as moody? Yeah, that's a good thing. What is
like your attitude fluctuates?
No. I guess the only fluctuation would be like I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
And my PTSD, but I can vocalize and say, right now I'm not here. That's how I like currently vocalize to the current dude.
Well, that's great though. Like your communication is on point then.
Yeah, because I'm working on my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm fixing me. That's what I'm like. I'm not trying to fuck up anyone else. Like that's what people don't understand. When you enter a relationship with folks and shit like that, and your shit ain't together, you can't go on somebody like fucking up their piece and shit like that. Like
in the beginning, the cute over time is gonna unravel. So yeah,
it's called baggage. It's called baggage. You gotta fix your shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's jump back into your artistry.
Yeah.
So what do you want to achieve as Rich Bomb the rapper? Like, 'cause I don't believe I've seen you perform yet.
No, I haven't taken stage. Currently in preparation of. It'll be coming soon. I want to just achieve my best, and I'm not even sure what that is because I didn't see this road unfolding before me. But I just know that God has implanted something inside me, this light, and I need to share that. I need to share my energy, share my inspiration, share what and serve I need, however I need to serve for my purpose. So it's about finding my purpose overall. So I don't think even after rapping, this is not my last chapter, because before this, I was a nurse. Before that, I was an airman. Before that, or should I say college student, then I was an airman. So I still have other shit that I have to accomplish. This is just my chapter now. This is,
So on stage, I'm just trying to imagine on stage, like, are you going to have an entourage or it's just going to be you rocking out?
You know what? So I have to come and see.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Y'all just gonna have to come and see.
Okay.
For real, listen to my music. Y'all just have to come and see. Straight Savage.
So anyone you would like to work with?
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat?
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? I found out I actually have quite a bit of her music in my mix, man. Like, and she's really, really good. I like how she raps, like how she sings, the bounce back, and I think it'd really be cool. It'd really be dope. So yeah, Doja Cat.
And that'd be some money in your pocket too.
Hey, I'll take it.
And a record deal.
I'll take it. Hey.
And a record deal.
I'm just saying, I don't need a record deal. This is make her have that song. Make her have that song.
You can live off the rest of your life, okay? So before we get out of here, because I know you're busy, you gotta get back to working, you know, one-man team.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, what would you want people to remember you as?
Remember me. How would I want people to remember me? I would say how they do now, man. That I'm a real solid ass motherfucking nigga. That again, I stand on your side. I'll ride for you, fuck forever, ride or die. Seriously, and I really do genuinely want the best for everyone. You know, and I want people again whatever energy, whatever you like me, no matter what it is that makes you happy, let your fucking light shine.
What's your sign?
I'm Libra.
Libra. So, last question, we're going to let you go get back to your thing. What should the fans be on the lookout for from you?
Oh, as always, more music going to be popping out. I got, you know, here's a little peep of my single, Here Ho. And I have an album that's coming out. This album is going to be on another level. Seriously, I'm really, really pushing myself. It'll be out next year, so keep it. I know next year sounds far, but I know it's gonna span pretty fast. But yeah, so that and
some shows,
stage performances. Yeah.
It's time to get out
when
there.
You see, well, kind of is. You gotta see how this little COVID variant shit do.
Yeah.
I ain't saying how.
Well, you're a nurse, so you
know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying like it's a conspiracy. Even though I did get vaccinated, I did get vaccinated for different reasons.
Yeah.
But this shit is real.
Yeah.
The people are dying. But yeah, I can't wait, man, to really perform. That I'm looking forward to it, but I don't want to rush the process. You know, I'm just following my path, whatever that be.
Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to work. Where can the people find you?
You can find me at I am Rich Bomb on IG. I also have a website that is richbomb.com. I hope that's right, but it is right. And also on my IG, there's a tree link that you can find sources to my music. My shit is out everywhere, all streaming services. Tidal, I know Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere that you got fucking ears on fucking YouTube. I'm just saying, like, look, let your mama know, your grandma know, your little cousin know. My shit is made for, you know, if you want to get crunk, go to the gym, you want to stun the bitch, you want to slap a bitch, like, that's what I'm making.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, something for
all
everybody.
Occasions, all
for real, that's
personalities.
what all shit too.
All energies. All right, well, I thank you guys for tuning in to Let's Review with Mike the Interview. You guys can like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and we will see you next time.